Good morning. This is Deacon Tim Donohue from Holy Name Parish in West Roxbury, and I'm coming to you on Wednesday morning in the second week of Lent. We've got 5 weeks, 40 days of Lent, and we've got Holy Week coming up in another 3 weeks, I guess, with Easter coming in the first week of April this year. Yesterday was very cold. Today is not so cold, still chilly, but there's a hint of spring in the air. You can hear the doves, I think, in the background talking to each other. So we have a gospel here from St. Matthew, and just a short story about what probably every parent thinks of doing from time to time, and we'll reflect on that for just a little bit this morning. So a reading from the Holy Gospel according to Matthew. As Jesus was going up to Jerusalem, he took the 12 disciples aside by themselves and said to them on the way, "Behold, we are going up to Jerusalem, and the Son of Man will be handed over to the chief priests and the scribes, and they will condemn him to death and hand him over to the Gentiles, to be mocked and scourged and crucified, and he will be raised on the third day." Then the mother of the sons of Zebedee approached Jesus with her sons and did him homage, wishing to ask him for something. He said to her, "What do you wish?" She answered him, "Command that these 2 sons of mine sit, one at your right and the other at your left, in your kingdom." Jesus said in reply, "You do not know what you are asking. Can you drink the chalice that I am going to drink?" They said to him, "We can." He replied, "My chalice you will indeed drink, but to sit at my right and my left, that is not mine to give, but is for those whom it has been prepared by my Father." When the 10 heard this, they became indignant at the 2 brothers. But Jesus summoned them and said, "You know that the rulers of the Gentiles lord it over them, and the great ones make their authority over them felt. But it shall not be so among you. Rather, whoever wishes to be great among you shall be your servant. Whoever wishes to be first among you shall be your slave. Just so, the Son of Man did not come to be served, but to serve, and to give his life as a ransom for many." The Gospel of the Lord. Praise to you, Lord Jesus Christ. So, here in the second week of Lent, I ask a question: what are our aspirations? What are we looking for? Who do we want to be? What will we leave behind? Is that really important? The mother of the 2 apostles wants to ask for her sons, please treat them special, give them a special place. She was in the crowd. She had her chance. Who wouldn't do that? Who doesn't want what's best for their kids? Who doesn't want that for themselves, for ourselves, actually? Lent is a great time to dig into this idea. What is our goal? What are we looking for? What do we want? I really think this question is easier for me to look at. I see it more clearly now that I have retired, now that I'm out of the daily career wars, the promotion, the competition, earnings, profitability, expenses, the training, hiring, new business, getting new business, that whole world that took up my life for 45 years. It can eat you up. It can ruin your focus on what's important in life. It builds a tension that doesn't unwind. It can take all the wind out of you at the end of the day and at the end of the week, and there isn't much left. And at the end of the career, what is left? I had a debate on an unpaid bonus. I'd basically forgotten that until just when I was sitting down to write this. So that's how unimportant that was. But I felt the unwind from that tension for over a year. I had to regain my perspective, my discernment, set my priorities, really find the wisdom to understand what this is all about through reflection and prayer. How do we find a balance between the responsibility to pay the bills and the need to ask for grace to feed our souls? Jesus certainly tells us about his balance, what his focus was, his priorities towards the end of this gospel. The Son of Man will be handed over to the chief priests and the scribes. They will condemn him to death and hand him over to the Gentiles to be mocked and scourged and crucified, and he will be raised on the third day. But no sooner are those words out of his mouth than James and John's mother, Mrs. Zebedee, she walks up to Jesus and asks for a favor. We have to love these words. Who hasn't thought about helping your son or daughter succeed? Whatever we can do, however we can help. Albeit it wasn't probably the best time to raise these issues, but it certainly brings a very clear focus to us on her focus and on Jesus's focus. An internal self-focus on human pride, selfishness, what about me culture, compared to an external, unselfish focus of life everlasting, of life in heaven, of non-earthly goals and ambitions, on serving others and on loving one another. The contrast between helping one or two people get an advantage compared to saving all of humanity is really bigger than our minds can grasp. Jesus handles this teaching moment respectfully, yet with wisdom. He says, "Whoever wishes to be great among you shall be your servant. Whoever wishes to be first among you shall be your slave. Just so, the Son of Man did not come to be served, but to serve, and to give his life as a ransom for many." Jesus uses words here that have taken me a career to understand. It gives me a life goal that challenges me every day. A few things to think about today on Wednesday in the second week of Lent. God bless you. I hope it gets warmer, and I hope we get into spring soon. I hope you're eligible for the vaccine soon and you can get it. I hope to see some of you that are there. I'm back at church on Sunday at the 9 and the 11. God bless you. Take care, and we'll see you soon. Stay safe.